Do you want a judge or a jury on your case? Do you want a judge or a jury on your case? I am Corey Scott. I am a criminal defense attorney here in the state of Indiana. I get this question all the time, actually. What is the best thing to do? I've been charged with something. I have to make a decision with regards to whether or not to take it. Number one, to take it to trial. But if I'm going to take it to trial, do I want a judge or do I want a jury? Which one is the best one for my case? And here's my answer. It depends. What does it depend on? Well, I am glad that you asked, because there are several things that really play a role in this type of decision. Now, I will say, and this is just me, this is my opinion. You may talk to another attorney, you may watch another video, and they may have a completely different take on this. But I truly believe that a jury trial, generally speaking, gives you the best situation and scenario, because it allows you to be judged by a jury of your peers. And it also sets up a situation to where, you don't have to have, well, let me just say this. I generally would say a jury, but there are exceptions to that, because there are situations or cases. Perhaps it may be a case where there's a very complex legal issue, maybe something that's very hard to understand, to where you may want to have a judge key in on it and make a decision. And it also depends, I'm going to say this too, the seriousness of the crime is something that you certainly should take into consideration as to whether or not a judge or jury is best in your particular case. Now, one thing to keep in mind, though, just like I said with the jury, you have a jury of your peers, depending on how serious the case is. It could be either 6 or 12 individuals. But if you're talking about having a judge, which is called a bench trial, that means the only person that's going to hear the evidence, assess the evidence, listen to the witnesses, and make a decision will be the judge. And so what that means is you have one person. And if that person doesn't agree with your theory of the case or your argument, etc., boom, that's it. The judge is going to make that decision, not guilty or guilty. So a jury, though, gives you the ability to speak with common folks, speak with a jury of your peers, and then have them go back and deliberate and make a decision about your guilt or your innocence. And so my personal opinion is that I normally recommend a jury trial, but there are cases or circumstances where, perhaps a bench trial or a trial before a judge might be in your best interest. Listen, if you have a question about this or anything related to this, reach out to me, give me a call. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to talk to you. Call me.